Oh, we're too far over. This is what happens.
Sales of annual passes have been suspended.
New security gates.
Big movie event.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney pals, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris show. I hope you've all had a good week. I hope you've all been busy booking Disney trips or planning Disney trips or, you know, doing that thing where you price them up and then don't book them but kind of dream about booking them or accidentally book them and then wake up the following morning and go, oh, I booked a Disney trip yesterday. And if you did any of those things, congratulations. We didn't. We had our plans scuppered. But more about that in a minute. Chris, how are you?
I'm vexed.
Oh no, why?
Because the video's jerking all over the
Oh,
place
don't
again.
worry about
Because
the video.
certain things have come on, the sound was all muted when it shouldn't have been, and I'm a bit confused as to why this sort of stuff keeps going wrong, because every time I test it, it's working absolutely fine, but I can see it not working now. I could cry. But
Don't cry, Christopher.
I'm really good.
Don't cry. All is good. And as long as they can hear us, they don't really need to see us. I mean, we're not that pretty, are we? So, Hugh, how are you?
Good, thank you. It was my birthday
Happy birthday.
on Friday, and I'm old now. I'm old. Just crossed over into old.
Oh, apparently I'm very quiet. I'm just going to knock my volume up a bit. I don't know why that is.
We went to an ice cream parlour today for your birthday, kind of for your birthday.
Yeah, do you
For
know,
a treat.
We've talked about on the show, like, you know, the sort of the Disney experiences that you can get elsewhere. You know, like, because after you've been to a Disney park, you go to like another park or like a themed restaurant, and the quality's just not there, and the theming's just like cheap. Well, we went to what's it called?
Rassam's Creamery.
Which is a chain. It's a chain. Did you know it's a chain?
A franchise.
Franchise, there's only 3 of them, but we'll call it a chain.
Yeah, and it was good. It was good theming, good food. Well, good puddings because it was ice creams and crepes and things.
Oh, Lucie's too loud.
And you know, it's a little touch of Disney.
Yeah.
I suppose.
It was very good. It was very fun.
Because it had a statue of which I assume it was Rassam. There's like this big statue of him, but like a cartoony one. You see what I'm saying? This kind of this Disney fun you can have in your everyday life.
I'm going to whisper for a little bit.
It's all right. I've realised what's going on here. I've plugged. It's just a calamity of technical errors, I'm afraid. But hopefully we should be okay now. My volume was off. That's why you couldn't hear me. It's on now. And I thought Lucie was me. Hugh was Lucie, and then I don't know what else was going on. But now we should be right. We should be okay.
You sound a little bit confused,
Oh,
Christopher.
honestly, it's just been one of those weeks. So
Well, Mark Riley says everyone is good now.
Yay!
you know, I said to myself in the car on the way here from the other wing of this house, because what I do is I leave the house, get into the car, and then get out of the car and come back into the house.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to drive around the house.
Yeah,
It's
I
a bit of a way
drive around the block just to make it feel like a journey. And I said to myself, do you know, if this is the first time I can think of where I thought, I could really do without this tonight, and I think I'm proving myself with these terrible things. But I do have something really cool. Can I show the cool thing?
Yes.
Can you do something with it to show
Yes,
it?
I can show them the Molnir of failure.
This is not going to be much good for you people listening, but for those people watching, we have a second camera now. Watch this. It's a little close-up camera so that you can show the Mjolnir of failure.
The Mjolnir of failure is a little hammer that only I can lift. These two have struggled; they can't lift it. It's a tiny hammer, and I just discreetly place it down when we've reached an hour, just to remind them to crack on. We used to have the unicorn of shame.
Yeah.
But now we've got the Mjolnir of failure.
Lucie didn't like us talking about the unicorn of shame, so we changed it for this instead.
Yeah. So yeah.
But what it means is that when Hugh has things like, I don't know, pins that he might buy or whatever, that sort of stuff, there's a way for us to show them, which is quite cool.
Do you mean these?
Oh, you put him under?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
That was just a tease because we
was.
will be doing
Bag
those in the
full
Patreon
opens.
show afterwards. So if anyone loves to look at scrapper pins.
Oh, yeah, we can't do close-ups in the Patreon show because we strip everything back, don't we?
Oh, true.
Oh,
We
no,
won't be able
can't
to do
we?
close-ups on there, no.
Oh,
So maybe we'll do it here. Maybe we'll do it here instead.
maybe we will.
if we've got
Let's
the
see
time.
how it goes.
See how we get on.
I think we need to check who's in the chat because if this goes any longer, there's going to be too many of you.
Who are they?
All aboard, please.
That was a bit
love that.
ASMR.
Do you know the number of times I do that and then I click something and it all disappears? Right, first in the chat today. Congratulations to Ross. It says evening all. And then we have,
It wasn't the Dunn family.
No.
Oh. Then we have B and Gareth is here. Oh, B is first time watching live.
Yay, hi B.
Welcome. Mark with a Q is the Forced. He says the Forced in the chat.
The force.
See what he said? What he's done there.
Yeah, kind of.
Magical by Sarah is here, and also we have John and Hannah. She says, "I'm here." Ross mentions he's here with me every week, and I get missed out of the shout out.
Aww.
Yes, there's a couple of times where we had to name check Hannah last week. So welcome, Hannah. And we got Gareth in the chat. 18 days until Gareth's Florida trip. Woohoo! Sandra, 2 days. Oh my gosh.
2 days to what? DLP? That's exciting.
That is really exciting.
Hannah's got 39 days to go, and Sandra says, "Like a child at Christmas." What's that's probably in reference to probably to 2 days. Yes,
Yeah.
so she's like
Yes.
a child at Christmas. Hi to Fiona and Moritz and Kiva, and let's start with this one. And Aaron and Mark Chester. Oh, it's like everyone's here. Pamela, Jimmy, Emma. You're right, Lucy. We left it too long, and now there's too
know.
many. But I'm nearly at the end. So, like,
Keep going.
we
It's
always
good
think
content.
there's going to be a time when we're going to have to stop doing this. But we're just on the point now, aren't we? Where it's like, is it too many? If I missed anyone, give me a shout. So, hello, Katia and Pauline, and I think that's everyone. And Sarah. If I missed anyone, do give me a nudge, and I'll mention you.
Have you got Magical by Sarah
Yes.
as well as Sarah?
Yes.
Okay,
Have
good.
you said B?
Good. Good.
B? Did you
Yes,
say
B was,
Yes,
B was
okay,
cool.
early on. It's her first time listening live. Yay!
And can I apologise to Hannah as well because she did put my ear holes. Lucy's too loud. So
I've been told that before.
Last
Hannah.
thing we want to do is hurt anyone's ear holes.
I'm trying to sort the clips out now. It was quite a rushed setup today, wasn't it? Let's be honest. That's a lot of the problems today. It was just a bit of a rushed setup.
Well, normally
I was
when
late getting here.
Normally when
It'd be
Chris is
right.
setting up, we're just like
We're good.
Distracting me by talking at me.
him.
Should we talk about Disney or are you thirsty?
Let's do one bit of news first.
Yes. Ooh.
So,
No.
I'm not going to do the first one. It's too big.
The big one.
The big one. Let's do. We've got a big movie event going on, and you quite rightly. Oh, there's a pretty girl. Identified it as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Lucy was looking at a picture of her daughter then on her phone.
I
just in
opened my
case anyone was
phone up to
wondering what
get
that
the
was about.
information, and there was just a little smiling 8-year-old girl going. Ah. It's like, oh, bless.
But what you did was you just went, "Oh, there's a pretty girl."
And then carried on talking.
So
like you were talking to a parrot. Ooh, it was a pretty woman.
I've got this information from DLP Report. Thank you very much, DLP Report. Avengers Campus at Disneyland Paris will be hosting a European Gala private event on April the 22nd for the release of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Walt Disney Studios Park will close at 7 p.m. for the occasion, and Avengers Power of the Night will not be performed. This is kind of, bouncing off that and not to do with it. I am so looking forward to seeing Avengers Power of the Night. It just looks amazing. And that's one of my that's drawing me back to Disneyland Paris right now is the thought of seeing that. But yes, so they're doing the European Gala private event. Presumably there will be celebs.
Slebs. Who went last time? Mantis was there last time they had an event when they opened Avengers Campus, didn't they? So maybe she'll be there again.
They'll probably show the film. I believe they did that last time.
Oh, that'll be good.
I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be able to get tickets to this. I presume not. I presume it's invitation only, kind of. That's what gala events mean, doesn't it?
Power the Night, says Mark. Have we been saying Power of the Night?
Power of the
I think
Night.
I'm singing a Whitney Houston song, Queen of the Night, in my head.
Power of the Night sounds like something from
Power
Rocky Horror.
Power the Night. What's better though? Power the Night. That genuinely sounds like an advert for
It sounds like an energy company.
Yeah.
Duracell.
Elron. What? Not Elron. I was trying to think of a power company. Anyway. So yeah, Avengers are powering the night. Apparently, no, they're not powering the night because the park closes at 7 p.m. Keep up.
And it's invitation only, Mark Riley says. in the chat.
Invitation only. I thought
you
it
go.
would. That's usually what gala. It says
yes.
private event.
Mark Chester says, give myself a ding. Sorry.
That doesn't happen very often, does it?
Doesn't.
I think I started you off with it though. To be fair,
Yeah, let's blame you.
It's usually me getting on.
Ding retracted.
But I like this. I like this because Guardians of the Galaxy is amongst my favourite
Mm-hmm.
Marvel sub-franchises. If we can say
Gets
that.
complicated, doesn't it, this?
Versus
sub-franchise.
Versailles.
Yeah.
And secondly, it just looks good in the press if you can get people Instagramming Disneyland Paris for some exotic reason, doesn't it?
Some exotic reason.
And we've got the venue now. They've got flipping Avengers Campus and then they've got the Art of Marvel Hotel. I mean, yes, things like this should happen every time there's a Marvel movie.
Agreed.
Yay. I'm thirsty.
Just realised you can see through my T-shirt, viewers.
How exciting. Wow, that's really cool.
Hang on, shall I take the whole thing off?
Ole, ole, it's showtime. Hold together. Your tiki 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 cup in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, now drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
What's in your tiki cup, people?
Before you tell them, can I just say, when you stood up in a green T-shirt then, I
Yes.
tried putting my hand behind you,
Yes, I
thinking they
thought
would,
so, yeah.
they would be able to see my hand.
Yeah.
And then I realised that's not how film works.
Would you like on the beach? We're having the same as last time. On the beach or pina colada?
Pina colada, babes.
Pina colada. Now the thing is, Chris, this time we've got these bamboo straws.
Oh, I got some of these for my birthday.
I got them for my birthday. You didn't get them from the Brooks, did you?
No, I got them from my wife. She ordered them, was very excited, and when they got here, she said she was very disappointed because they're actually just paper.
They are paper.
Why don't I have a pineapple so
Because-
that I can have a bamboo straw?
Oh, you can if you want.
Do you want me to get you a pineapple? I'll get you one.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, we're just having mocktails. So
I had a mocktail this afternoon at the ice cream parlour. It was very nice. It was strawberry and mint.
I'm having on the beach.
Thank you very much, Christopher. You're a great host at our house.
Hey, it's my house too.
All our house at 37 Disney Street. Right. So,
I'd like the beach, please.
shall we do the
On the
we do the big bit of news?
Easy, Tiger.
Do you want me to? I'll have my finger over the jingle ready to go, shall I?
Gosh, the big news. What jingle?
The grumpy one.
The big news. You will have heard us last week talking excitedly about the fact that we were making moves after a bit of a break because of Walt Disney World and academic pursuits of booking a Disneyland Paris trip and renewing our getting new annual passes because we deliberately let ours expire knowing that we wouldn't be able to go for a certain length of time due to me going back to university. And yeah, so we'd planned it and we'd priced it, how we were going to fly using Avios and get a really cheap hotel and then spend the budget getting 3 annual passes so that we could then go again at Christmas and everything was going to be fun. However, for no reason other than Disneyland Paris hates us, they have that's the reason, isn't it? I'm
No,
sure
that's what it said, yeah, in the press release.
in the press release.
We hate 37 Disney Street, and as a result, until further notice,
Disneyland Paris has suspended sales of annual passes.
First, they took our mango whip, and then they took the annual passes.
Now, they did a very similar thing to us with Disney World, you know, because we would not usually go to Disney World twice in a year. That would be crackers. However, due to our 2020 trip being postponed, and the fact that we'd already planned a trip for my mother's 75th birthday this year, 2023, our 2020 trip ended up being in 2022, and they were going to be less than a year apart. And I was like, huzzah, let's get annual passes, save loads of money, get all the nice discounts, maybe go to a few exclusive events. And literally 2 days after I'd made that momentous decision, they took them off sale. And when I say 2 days, like I'd talked Hugh into it and I went back on the website to buy them. That's how close I was. And they took them off sale. Now, the exact same thing has happened at Disneyland Paris. We decided we're buying them again. We'd put our pin in the board, as it were, and they've done it again.
I'd pretty much resolved to doing it for May next year as well, having priced everything up. So it's scuppered our plans a little bit also.
Now, the thing is, they do say, Christopher,
Yes. Lucinda.
they will go back on sale later this year.
Well, they said they will offer a new product later this year.
Exciting new product, I think it said.
Exciting new products
Products.
that costs twice as much, probably.
Well.
They haven't said that, but reading between the lines.
It's such a vague thing, though. Like I remember, but like I said to Lucy the other day, I remember at the start of lockdown when there was talk of Disney Plus coming to the UK, and it was coming on certain services, and Now TV was saying it will come on Now TV later in the year, and I thought, later in the year, what's that? And about 4 weeks later, it was on Now TV. So that wasn't like no time at all. I hope it's like that. When they say something's coming later this year, they just couldn't be specific enough. But it is like in a month.
I'm still hipster about Disney Plus because I was a Disney lifer, and they took away my Disney streaming service to replace it with Disney Plus and charge me more money for it.
Disney
so I
Life
imagine
for
I
life.
feel quite similar to how some of these annual pass holders feel at the moment.
Yeah.
Can I play devil's advocate a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Since the closures from COVID and everything moving forward again now, the world and his wife are buying annual passes.
Yeah.
And yes, you can only go for 3 days at a time, pretty much. But it is significantly cheaper to do it that way. And do you not think it's become a bit of a loophole rather than a like a proper benefit annual pass type thing? And that's why they need to do something with it, because I think something does need to.
It always was. And to be honest, when we first started going, we didn't have annual passes. But again, I was considering them, and they were like half the price they are now. And they went up overnight, so they were like 180 euros or something, and then they zoomed up to 400, or the Infinity zoomed up to 450 in one jump. That was like one massive thing. So it's already done that massive jump. Now whether they'll do that, and it is a loophole, and that's why we do it.
I do get that.
So I totally agree, because I mean we're ripping Disney off almost. You know what I mean? Between getting cheaper,
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Disney, but between getting cheaper park entry and then getting 20% off restaurants and things like that, it really, really, really is a good deal. So that I agree. It makes sound business sense to change them and ramp them up and do different things. I'm hoping it won't be too big a jump. I'm hoping it'll still work out financially for us. But I'm just, because you'd said about buying them online and buying them in advance, and I'm like, oh no, I think I'll wait till I get in the park. And I think it was that did me, because we could have bought them last week. Yeah, honestly, we'd decided. So anyway, it's annoying. Let me read the actual press release.
Okay. Miriam says, to me, later means after October, because we have the price for the privileged tickets until October 2nd.
Quite possibly. We are always listening to our guests. They love to say this.
Yeah.
They always blame us, shifting the blame the victim. This happens.
Yeah, that's
every
like,
time.
do you know that whenever you do a parade, and Mickey always says, the real magic is you. And it's like,
you don't know. Have you met him? He's not the magic.
Do you know what? Sometimes I look around the parks and someone's complaining about something, and I think, he's not magic. I'm over there. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh dear. We are always listening to our guests and continually strive to bring new experiences and develop new products which deliver choice, flexibility and value to our annual pass holders. Oh, thanks, Disney. Oops, lost it. We are currently developing a new product range for our most frequent visitors based on the valuable feedback our pass holders.
We'd really like it to cost a lot more money.
The valuable feedback. The valuable feedback is stuff like, what is your household income? What percentage of your household income are you interested in spending on Disney holidays?
Yeah, I want more info than just like based on your feedback, because like most people's feedback would be, can we just have it cheaper, please, for longer?
Yeah, I know.
Hello and welcome to 37 Cynical Street.
And as a result, we are pausing sales of new annual passes. Therefore, our annual passes are now only available for renewal for individuals who currently have a valid annual pass. We look forward to sharing more with you later this year. In the meantime, if you are already an annual pass holder, you may continue to use and renew your existing pass.
But for the rest of you, tough.
What's strange here is I've already mentioned that I'm old enough to remember last time that they changed their annual passes, and they changed them. There wasn't a gap in between. So, like you say about the world and the wife, I think they've looked at park reservation numbers and the number of annual passes they've got on sale and the frequency that people are using the annual passes, and thought we just can't sell anymore. We just can't sell anymore. We haven't got room for people, and that's part of the reason they've paused it. Because if it was all about developing a new product, surely they would wait for the product to be developed and then.
Well, the real thing is as well. How much did you enjoy going in August last year? And only being able to book 3 days and then finding that you couldn't book the 4th day when you got there even because it was sold out. Was that fun for you?
We did not enjoy that.
No.
In the end, we did enjoy that because we went to King Ludwig's. But no, essentially we did not enjoy that.
But as an annual pass holder, you don't want that kind of restriction, do you? Because you're a season ticket holder for the place. You want to be able to come and go as you please, at least, to be able to go for an actual week's holiday and not have to just pop in and out and hope that it's not all sold out. So I think that's probably the biggest bit of feedback is we can't be doing this anymore. So
I think that might be the change. And Magical by Sarah has just said the availability just got very limited. If they charge more, they need to improve the 3-day rule and availability.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
I think it will go Magic Plus 3 days, Infinity 5 days, to try and get more people to buy Infinity. That's the way I think that they're going to go.
That seems like a fairly sensible idea as well. It just
does.
depends again on are they going to bump the prices massively or what.
There is no hope of them not increasing the price, but the question is, are they going to increase it by €25 or €200? That's my question.
Yeah.
And it could go either way.
But then hopefully anybody who is in a renewal period at the moment will see the benefits of whatever the changes are without the extra prices this time, at least.
But for now, we're in this weird no man's land.
And we don't know what to do. We don't know whether to buy 4-day tickets and just go as day guests or whether to wait and see. I mean, the idea was to buy a 1-day ticket and then upgrade.
Common day guests.
I think we're going to go in going, don't you know who we are?
We used to have annual passes, you know.
We're going to be looking at that exclusive entrance around the left-hand side going, that used to be for us.
Former annual pass resale scum as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're the worst kind of guest.
The thing is,
I'm just joking, by the way, if anyone thinks I'm casting shade on day
absolutely.
ticket buyers. I'm not at all.
I think we do need to book our accommodation, though, for August, because I think it's going to sell out and we need to decide what we're doing. But then, do we buy a package?
Do it.
You know what I mean?
Do it.
If you buy a package, you can't upgrade to an annual pass. That's the problem. You have to have separate tickets.
You can't get an annual pass anyway.
Well, but
no,
what if
it's
in July they
saying-
say you can have them?
They're not going to do it height of summer, are they? They're not going to suddenly go in the middle of summer, right, here you go.
What if they do?
It's only the
not.
beginning of April. What does later this year mean? It could mean next month. They might not even know. What do we do?
Probably
What do
not
we do?
high season, though, I would say.
People of the chat, what do we do? You tell us. We want your advice.
Go to Legoland instead.
Go to Legoland. We tried Legoland. It didn't go well.
Do you know what? It's one of those things where at the time I was like, I'm not that bothered by this, but I do have fond memories of it.
F-telling? Park asterisk?
Oh yeah, Park
Oh,
Dastrix.
we have said for years we want to go to Park Asterix on the way back to Calais, don't we? Because we're passing.
I think we'd have to do it on the way there because on the way back, you kind of, after such a big Disney holiday, you're kind of done, aren't you? You just want to go home.
Yeah.
Like the idea of going to another park, which is probably going to be inferior. Let's be honest. I think you better do it on the way there. Build up to Disney. Although, knowing me, I'd probably prefer Asterix Park.
Yeah, you're very contrary like that.
I'm not contrary. I just think differently. I've come to realise this. I do.
Do you see the way you disagreed with me then, Chris?
He didn't disagree with you. He just thought contrarily.
This is the thing about being contrary. People accuse you of it. What are you going to say? No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Kira doesn't
How
think
dare
that the announcement will come until October-ish. Book it through the website. I do believe nothing will happen for a while. So that's Miriam saying get a package, I think. Mark says try Efteling. Oh, I feel like that's giving up.
Sorry, Efteling. I feel like that's giving up. Might as well just give up.
Oh dear.
Forget it.
And then I was about to read
What's
which one's
Efteling?
It's like a Dutch park that everyone raves about.
Ooh, let's
Theme
do
park.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's change our name to the Efteling Show.
37 Efteling
We'll have to
Street.
make sure we're saying it right first. Wits Wanderlust says, sorry I'm so late, lost track of time. Well, just to catch you up, Wits Wanderlust. Whitney, thank you. They've stopped the sales of annual passes and I am peeved about it. I think that catches up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Oh, hang on.
Oh, you must be grumpy.
We're all grumpy.
Right.
Did I clip that, or did you?
You clipped it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I kind of recognized the reverb on the end. I thought, oh, that sounds like something I'd do.
It was entirely something you did. Yeah. Yeah. We wouldn't have it otherwise.
All right.
I'm interested to know, when I play the audio, does it come out and sound all distorted on the show? Because it sounds distorted here. But I don't think it. I think it just happens to be doing it. But anyway, go on. What's
I'll
next?
have a listen.
What's next is they've got new security gates.
It's fine.
Hooray!
This is what the
This
new.
is news.
This is what
That's
the
what I
news is
sent
like.
to you. I sent it to you and said, "This is
Yeah.
why we do this show."
I know, this kind of brand new thing. And that's why I couldn't leave it out. You know, on any other week, I might have just skimmed over that, Chris. But the fact that you felt the need to send me this, I was like, we need to talk about this. Basically, it's the same as all the others, but it's the last one and they're finished. So now they've streamlined the entrance to the park and we can all get in without the, construction walls. However, this now means that they've started paving the town centre area.
Oh.
So, no, the entrance, Fantasia Gardens area.
Oh.
So it's still construction walls, just different construction walls.
Hooray!
Whitney
Yeah.
says they live really near to Efteling, so we could go meet them.
Yeah.
We should have a show trip. Laura's quite keen to go there, you know.
Is she?
Yeah, we priced it up a couple
I'm
of times.
probably going to look it up after the show and be like, hey, we should check this out. It looks
Sam
good.
for God's done a video there. If you're,
Ah,
if
right,
you're
yeah,
interested, I
that's-
think it
yeah.
was it during COVID? Maybe it was very quiet anywhere, whatever. But yeah, it's worth a bit of a look.
I think we should. We should do it. We should vlog it. We should report back and park asterisks.
I like going places and comparing. Like I like to go to places like Sundown and
Gulliver's Valley.
Gulliver's Valley.
Yeah.
To go there, and you know how Hugh you do that thing where you wake up and where you suddenly go, oh, I've travelled through whatever it is, I've travelled in time or something, and I'm in a different place, and
Have I described this on the show?
I'm not sure
Because
Go on.
it's a very weird game I play in my head. I think I might have described it on the show.
I think you have before, but do it again.
Well, yeah, and the writer David Sedaris does the same thing. He did a piece about it on This American Life, and I was like, oh, that's what I do. And what I do is I imagine that I've just like gone through a portal from the past and appeared in my body in the future now. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
And then I have to sort of like look around, and in my head I have to daydream and think, right. So if I've come from 2016, this sounds so weird. Do I know where I am based on my surroundings? And I'd look at you and I'd probably go, oh, there's Chris. Oh, there's Lucie. Oh, she's wearing glasses. That's weird. She didn't wear glasses in 2016. And I just play this weird little daydream in my head where I've come from the past and I have to kind of fit in.
Right, so that
Do that.
right. I like to go to places.
We should clip that, and that should just be our trailer on our page because it's so
I'm
interesting.
sure we can make a YouTube short out of that.
Does anyone play anything remotely similar to that in the chat?
So this is my point.
Yeah.
The game that I like to play is going to places and
Yes.
expecting to go to Disneyland and then treating it like it actually is Disneyland. Like literally treating it like it is Disneyland. So when I went to Sundown, I was walking around and there were things that are actually comparable. So there's a water ride that's a pirate barrel, and there's a pirate ship with stuff in it. There's a prison where there's two guys stuck in prison and they're holding a key through. They're trying to get a key back off a chicken. So there's things there are parallels. There's a Boot Hill. These parallels are there. So I like to go into places and imagine that I'm actually at Disney, and then treat everything like it really is Disney, because I actually find that I enjoy it better as a result of that. Because I came away from Sundown and everyone else is going, it's a little bit crap here though, isn't it? I mean, it's not great, is it? And I just was able to say, well, I really enjoyed it because it was so much like Disney. It was just like being there, and it wasn't at all. But that's what I like. That's the game I like to play.
I like to. While we're on these weird games,
Emma does what Chris does, but not what I do.
Yay!
No one does what I do.
If I'm on something like public transport or in a small confined place with a set number of people, like a lift, an aeroplane, I like to think if something bad happened now, who would play what role?
Yes.
And
do you award yourself a partner based on the people available?
Ooh.
No. Do you do that?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Me neither. Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Can't
As in, if
award yourself.
If only two of us
Award
survive.
yourself.
Look, we've crash landed. We've been there for 5 years.
You've just crash landed.
A man has needs. Do you know what else I do?
There will be discussions after this show.
I was doing this in the car today, right? Someone must do this, right? If I see someone out of the window, I imagine rolling the window down and shouting some abuse at them, right? And then I imagine that they chase after the car, and then if we pull up at some traffic lights and they're red, or if they're about to turn red, I get a bit panicked, thinking, is he going to catch up and is he going to get me?
And this hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't happened. It just in my mind, I've imagined winding the window down and going, "Oh, you prat!"
Right, let's talk about Disney, because this is getting very, very off the rails.
Can I just say, just before you do talk about Disney, I have said the word crap today, and Hugh has said the word prat today, and I think those two words are probably the most offensive words that we've used on the show ever.
Oh no, I'll have used worse than that. You'll just have bleeped it out when I do it.
Oh no, that's why I didn't mention you in the conversation. you said much worse than that.
Yeah, she has. Yeah.
I really do feel abused today.
I'm a bit concerned because in a second you're going to say, and that's all she wrote, and we don't have any audience content today at all.
What do we not? We've been backed up for weeks.
We have one thing, don't we, Hugh? We do have one thing.
I'm
Right.
gonna
Well,
Shall I press my button? Is that all
given
you've
that
got?
I've just discovered that your fancy new camera does not work on the Patreon show, we're going to have to do pins, aren't we?
Oh no.
Favourite
I'm going to
content.
press the button.
Audience trip roundup.
Someone got in touch.
can't remember where
And they
it
said
was.
something.
It was Trude. It was Trude via Instagram, and Trude was just pointing out that there was. So Trude says, "Hi guys, listen to your newest episode, and I have one small tip regarding plugs at Sequoia Lodge. Yes, extension cables are a must, but in addition to the 2 plugs for the lamp and vacuum cleaner, there is actually a very well hidden plug under the TV.
Oh.
So no need to unplug the lamp every time." And then Trude adds, "It's like inside that little nook you can see on the
Do you want to
opposite
show it? Do
side
you want to show it on the thing?
under the TV." Yeah.
There we go. Look, and now we can do this. Look,
Trude
watch.
put a little red arrow on. So there's. So sorry to listeners, but you can't have everything, listeners, can you? Trude has drawn a little arrow just to where this secret plug is.
That's
you need to move it up
very
above
well
your head a bit
hidden.
because it's on your head on the screen. Look.
Oh yeah, right. hang on.
Just nudge it a little bit further. There we go. Hey. Yeah, so basically for listeners, if you imagine the chest of drawers that the television sits atop, and it's almost framed, isn't it? And the legs that frame the television, the legs of the bit that sits on top of the chest of drawers, it's almost like the back of the dresser, if you like. It's there. That's what it's pointing to, that bit.
Hey, this
it's
is
just tucked into the inside
This
of
is
it.
good. This.
It is, isn't it?
this new
Can you
se-
imagine?
this new
Imagine a
setup.
time where a new restaurant or a new menu is available, and we can stick a phone underneath the camera.
We should just do it anyway. We should just pull up a random menu and
while
talk
that's
about
on,
it.
I'm going to stick the bamboo straw underneath as well,
There's a
so
bamboo
people can
straw.
appreciate the.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now we need a ring light so we don't get the shadow.
Yeah.
There's a ring light over there.
One thing
There
at
is.
a time.
That's enough of that anyway.
Yeah. So thanks for that, Trude.
I've got no other things at the moment, but if you're about to leave, like if you're going in 2 days' time, for instance, and you happen to want to pull a trip report together, you can send it to us at mailbox@37disneystreet.co.uk, or you can get in touch with us on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. and let us know what's going on, and we'll read it out on that. Try and keep it to under 1,000 words, because we realised a couple of weeks ago 1,000 words was pretty much spot on.
Not over. You get penalised if you go more than 10%.
You don't get penalised. We just moan quite a bit about it sometimes. And also, when you're thinking about your word counts, if you're a bit worried... No,
when you're thinking about your word counts, people...
when you're thinking about your word counts, remember that it takes words to say, I'm really sorry this is a little bit long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all about word counts at the moment. I'm down with that. Right.
I've got a really itchy nose.
Mark is loving the close-up camera.
Well, he's going to love it a bit more now, because what I realised last week was that my new favourite content is looking... Hugh bought some pins off eBay, scrapper pins, to trade when we were in Disney World. And then Chris bought some because he was jealous. And then Hugh bought another lot.
Because he was jealous.
So our new favourite content is just looking through these random pins we got off eBay. So... We're going to switch this to the main show now.
We need a jingle, don't we?
Yeah, well, actually, because I do have something to say about this as well. Not just showing these scrapper pins, because there's a whole thing about these scrapper pins. Now, because we were sort of looking at them last week, and Aaron was giving some advice, sort of saying, that's fake and whatever. But because I know that these are all fake. But
they're not
the
fake.
thing is, well... The fakes or scrappers.
The factory rejects.
But the thing is, we don't encourage people, because there's a lot of people don't like the parks being contaminated with these tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of scrapper pins. Now, Lucie will have a counter argument to this, but I'm slightly uncomfortable with the idea of knowingly seeing like a really nice official pin and basically giving them this. What's the worst one I've got? Do you know what? Every time I think of this scenario, I always think of this specific one, and it's who is that?
I don't even know.
It's someone in the chat tell us who this is. It's like a. I think
Gurgi is.
It looks like Gurgi, doesn't it? It's like a Minnie Mouse headband, but it's got these like cat ears on instead, and like a beret or something. Anyway. But Aaron's saying, the way I see it, if you're trading fakes for fakes, and this is what I was going to go on to say, it doesn't make a difference. I know I'm after awful pins.
So am I.
But I would avoid trading scrappers for real pins. Now, that is what I was going to go on to say, because I wouldn't feel comfortable. Lucie found there was this massive pin in Florida, and Lucie just went, "Can I trade for that?" And it just gone out, and it's like, it went immediately because Lucie got it, and I wouldn't trade one of these like this for that, because even though I could probably get away with it, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I think it's ethically wrong.
Oh no! I am getting beaten up.
But if I saw a scrapper, I will happily trade like something like this Pascal one, where it's got the dipped enamel and it's like or rough edges. I'd happily swap that for.
Do you enjoy my camera work here, by the way?
Yes, I am. Chris is just swapping back and forth between.
But I get really annoyed. But while you guys were away, I had a show with Lucas, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I left it on the photo image for nearly the entire show, so we were just small in the corner. And when I realised, I was really annoyed with myself. So.
But you see, I am a pin trader, and I do not care one hoot if the scrapper or not, because I'm after design. Now, this is a scrapper that I'm just going to show you. And I am going to swap Hugh one of mine for this, because I really like it and I want it.
Lucie, I think.
Are you keeping that?
I think I like the apples.
Can you turn it, because it's really making me uncomfortable that it's on its side.
Okay.
You can have an Olaf one, because I've got two of the apple Olafs.
I've got an apple Olaf as well. I got one of those.
Right.
Okay.
Shall I show you my new?
It
my new
stays
pins?
in the family though. But what I'm
Have you brought
saying
yours,
is
Chris?
it doesn't.
I
Really,
haven't brought them. I'll bring them next week. Sorry.
What I'm saying is it doesn't really bother me that they are scrappers, and it wouldn't bother me in the park, and it wouldn't bother me when I trade.
It doesn't bother me either, actually. But I know it does bother some people.
Well, those people need to not be trading for scrappers. Then they need to be checking them.
True. But I think the argument is that some people wouldn't know, so people could be unwittingly getting substandard pins and giving like official ones away. And in that case, I think like if a kid's doing it, like a child who doesn't know and goes, "Oh, I want that one," and it doesn't it might not matter to them, but the parent might look at it and know that it's
if you
a
like
fake,
it,
and
does
then,
it matter?
That's my thinking.
Not
That's
really.
my thinking.
Anyway,
If you don't want it, don't trade it.
I mean, it's irrelevant in Disneyland Paris because they won't trade a scrapper with
No.
you anyway.
Like these, like I couldn't take these to Paris. Not a chance. No, take one look and go, no. But I think every single one of these is is unofficial.
I love
I'll
that
say
one.
Oh, that's one of my favourites from my original.
And that's real,
set,
that
and
one.
That's, the
Oh, yeah, that
the
is quite
Epcot
cool.
ball with Mickey ears. It's dead simple. It's really
I like
nice,
that,
isn't it?
yeah.
I'll show you some of these new ones now.
Yeah.
Lucy's got this. This feels so light and thin. It's the little mushroom from
Ah.
Fantasia
I drew that when I was going through my drawing
against the letter
Disney
H.
stuff. That's one of the things that I drew. I've got it in a book at home.
But you can see the way the enamel's kind of dipped and not flat. That's a giveaway. Anyway, I'll stop talking about like the fact that they're fakes now. This is my duplicate, which is the Olaf apple.
Got.
Oh, now I was glad to get this one because if I'm collecting bad pins, like the worst pins possible, then this was on every board last time we went. And eventually I said, excuse me, what is this one? And the guy was like, oh, it's a Buckeye. So it's a Buckeye, or as we would call it, a conker.
A conker.
So there's like these kind of, I can't remember what the others in the set are. Are they all gourds or something? Or is there a pumpkin one and stuff like that? But anyway, this is basically a conker. It's the wrong colour, so it's definitely fake. I think it's more like a tan colour, whereas this is like an orangey yellow. But it's a bad pin, so I'm happy with that. Because that's going to go on my bad pin lanyard.
I'm trying to put some light on it, but I can't do it. But what I might have to do is I'll have to play with the camera and get the flashlight on that, but I can't do it right now.
I did get some really nice ones though, like this. There we go.
Oh, I like that.
It's got glitter in it.
Is that Miss Marvel or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
It's
that
got
one.
glitter in it. And it's really small and like classy.
Yeah, what's with the H on that other one, by the way?
There's like a whole. Well, I'm not sure what it refers to in relation to this, but there's a whole like series of letters, isn't there, Lucy?
I think
There's the
so.
whole alphabet probably.
Right, okay.
But I'm not sure. Someone in the chat is surely going to tell us. Has anyone got
Someone
any
in the chat asked.
thoughts about this trading malarkey? That pin isn't so bad, says says Kira.
Ooh, Stitch one with an S.
Yeah.
Actually, Stitch with an S makes sense.
See, that's another one of the letter ones, and that feels genuine to me.
That was quite nice, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wanderlust says it doesn't bother me if they're fake either, Lucy. If I like it, I like it. Yeah, that's going to be my thinking. But
I quite like these as a set. It's like the logos from Epcot. I think that's a good one to try and collect because I think they're quite smart when you've got them.
I got
Yeah,
a new one of
nice.
those. Have you,
I
have
think
you
that's
picked-
one I've just
you're
picked
mixing my two sets.
Sorry.
Lucy.
Mix them with two sets.
Mix them with two sets.
That sounds like a lake in America, doesn't it?
It sounds like a rabbit disease.
Lake mix them with two sets.
I've got a duplicate of this as well, which is like this kind of.
Oh, these robot things are weird,
It's like
aren't
a
they?
robot thing. But it's
No,
also,
but you
it's
don't-
also like a magic band or
Yeah,
a watch
you think
strap.
the watch straps.
Oh,
don't you?
watch. Oh, sorry. I got a load of robot ones. I didn't get watch strap ones. Mine are robots.
This is another nice one, and it is smooth. So if it's
Spidey.
if it's fake, it's a very good fake, and it's a just good Spider-Man one with gold detailing on it.
Mm.
I do like it when the badges form actual ears
Yes, I
behind
like
the
that as
character.
well.
It's like
The-
intentional.
There's
Must be on some of them.
there's some ones are particularly good for that.
Yes, that's true. There's another Marvel one here. It's a Hulk one. Just the Marvel logo with.
Oh, I got a Marvel
Hulk on
one.
It.
It wasn't Hulk.
It says something like "Unleash the Rage."
These were everywhere
Release the rage.
in Florida, and I don't get them.
I got one of
found
those
out.
as well.
I found out what these were, but it's like a kind of it's like an Easter egg for something that's in the park. It's like a drawing that's on something near a ride or something. I can't quite remember what it is, but it's like an actual. Because I thought these were like kids' drawings that they turned into pins, but I think it's actually something that exists in the park somewhere that I've forgotten about.
Sounds good.
Yeah. If anyone didn't see our Patreon show last time, this was the worst of the fakes, which is this awful looking Mickey.
Oh, those are the ones that I've got some of. I've got a Tigger one.
But it says on the heart, it says "I lie you." no, it says with. It says, what does it say? True lie.
True lie.
True lie.
Lie. True lie.
I wouldn't swap that because
it's a keeper.
I wouldn't want to put that back in circulation because it's just cruel.
It's a beautiful keeper, though, isn't it? It's a great one to have.
Yeah, because it's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Aaron has just
Absolutely like
pointed
it.
out this segment is going to make really good listening.
Oh yeah, we need to keep describing them.
Oh yeah, sorry guys.
Now, was this Aladdin from the old set? I don't want you mixing up my sets.
He was from the old set.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my pins.
That's good.
You know, got like a police officer Mickey and things like that.
Can I ask you something about pins then? What are these ones that are like you have to get them to, they're called completers or something? What's completers and not completers? What's that about?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, like names of pins.
No, so they have series of pins, don't they?
Yeah.
And you'll have like the numbered 1 to 4 or 1 to 6 or whatever it might be, and then you get a completer pin, and a completer pin is one that isn't part of the collection, or it is part of the collection, but you have to get it from somewhere specific or something. I don't know. I thought you'd know about this. I assumed you'd understand.
I don't know what completers are, but this one, for example, this is Epcot one that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this on there, but there's a little thing. A little square thing just underneath.
On the back.
On the back, and it says 2 of 5. So you know how many you've got to try and collect, which I didn't realise at first, and I was trying to get the cruise ship character line, and I'd got 4, and I thought that's how many there was, and then I found a 5th one, and I was so excited. But you can look how many there is in a set. I don't know if there's then like a 6th one.
I've got a few that say the completer pins, and when I looked online, it said something about that they're sometimes in blind bags, but you have to get them from cast members and you have to pay for them. So they're not ones that are generally available through trading or something. But I didn't understand it, so I thought I'd ask you, because I thought Lucie will give me the lowdown on this. And
I knew nothing of this.
And you knew nothing of it.
However, I do know sometimes cast members who are trading on like their lanyards, and then they have like a black bag that they'll trade from. They have some turned backwards, so that what you see is the pin head. So what you see is the black pin head, and you can do it as like a gamble. So you can choose to trade for the surprise pin.
Right. Okay.
That's nothing to do with it being a
it might be.
Aaron says, I think they're often chaser pins where they're secret until you find them.
Ah, there you go. So I might have some scrapper pins that are harder to get hold of or something, maybe. There we go.
Anyone who's new to the show, we've spoken about this before, but in Florida they'll trade anything. In Paris they will literally look at it and go, no, I'm not trading. That's not official.
Oh, not trading.
No. That is
criminal.
not good enough. Or, as Lucie found, they will actually not always trade if something's like, you know, like a bit more, like, it's more expensive, won't they? Like if it's bigger and fancier, they'll say no, it's not a fair swap.
I don't really understand the rules. They're very, very particular. They have this big pin board, but they're like grouped into categories, and you can only trade for other things in that category. And when I said, oh, sorry, what can I trade for this? She just handed me a sheet of A4 and said, that explains it. And I didn't want to read a sheet of A4 prose just stood in the middle of Disney parks. I just handed it back and went,
yeah, I get that.
We've
talked about pins an awful lot recently, haven't we?
Yeah.
I've realised this. just an observation.
You guys have suddenly jumped on the pin train.
Well, this is it. Like I resisted it for so long because I knew the minute I broke that seal, and I've got 40 now.
I mean, that is the definition of, wow, that escalated fast.
Plus, I've got 3 upstairs. I used to have 4, but I lost what was it, Boba Fett one? No, it was a Rebel Alliance one, a green Rebel Alliance badge, and it was really nice, and it fell off, and I don't know, it's gone forever. But I've also got like another, because I've got this Jack Skellington one, and I got another one of those, and I've got a Mandalorian one, and I've got an Imperial Seal one, and so I've got 43.
43
pins.
I've got 33 pins, and then the boys have a load as well.
I can't imagine I'm gonna start spending $9 a pop and getting them in the packs unless it's very nice. Maybe I get like 1 a trip.
I think I would always buy 1 or 2 like that. I knew I wanted to get the Waltz one when we went last year.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah,
I absolutely knew that I wanted to get that. But that's the only one that I actually bought. Ollie bought me my other one there.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, sweet.
No, not Ollie. Lucas. Sorry, Lucas bought it. Whichever one of the kids it is.
One of them.
One of those 2 kids bought me a Phantom Manor one.
If we've no trip reports and we're done talking pins, I have a fun Disney question, Would you want
Ooh.
to do that?
Fun Disney question.
I'm thinking, we talk about, with our little cliquey friendship group, doing a roaming dinner party. If you had to do a roaming dinner party in Disneyland Paris, so you had to get drinks one place, appetizers another place, mains another place, desserts another place, and then coffees/cocktails at another place.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that.
Is everywhere open?
Everywhere's open, and you've got some kind of like scooter, so you don't care about walking.
Okay.
So you can crisscross around a bit. So let's start pre-dinner drinks, or prinks as we like to call them.
I'd probably want to go to the Sky Bar or whatever it's called in Hotel New York because it's got interesting drinks and the cocktails rotate. And it's quite a nice little place to go. So in terms of drinks places, I think that's the one, isn't it?
Yeah, and Emma was ahead of you. She's won drinks at Skyline.
Yeah.
Boom. Agrees.
Yeah, we don't really get drinks there, do we? We don't tend to drink alcohol when we're there. And
Well, I don't drink alcohol, but I do like a good mocktail.
You like wine as well.
I do like wine. I just
Ooh,
don't
I like
drink
wine,
it.
she says.
It's because I like wine that I don't drink it. It's dangerous.
I need to find that and get it on the soundboard, don't I?
But like in Florida, you can get like a fancy drink on every corner. But like in Paris, what kind of like refreshing beverage that's interesting can you get that's not just like a Coke from a vendor, a street vendor?
I mean, if you were allowed to go in Pim's kitchen and just have drinks, you've got some
Pim Kitchen.
What did I say?
Pim's.
Oh,
I can't reach the
whatevs,
bell.
man.
So.
If you go in Pim Kitchen, which you're not allowed to do because it's not a bar that you can just get drinks in, but they have interesting drinks because you can sort of mix your own science experiments.
I might just get like that hot chocolate from the Sequoia Lodge.
You know, I think
a free one.
I think that should come after your dinner. I'm getting mocktails from
I
Skyline
don't
with
know.
you.
Do you know what? No, I'm gonna get a slushy from the from Disney Village in one of those tall palm tree cups.
Ooh. But
Good.
nobody fancies going to the Royal Pub because they have a lot of different beers on offer there.
Guinness.
No? Do have a lot of different beers on
Ooh,
offer.
Katia says champagne in the on Main Street.
I think that's a later on thing for me.
Okay.
That would be after coffee. Although I wouldn't be having coffee in Disneyland Paris at the moment. Yeah, it'd be after coffee for me.
Kira says Captain Jack has excellent post-dinner rums.
Well,
That
not
sounds
gonna
good.
lie.
We're not post dinner yet. We're not post dinner
Well, we'll bear that in mind.
Let's go on to appetizers.
Oh, NGL, not going to lie. I read that as Nigel.
All right. I know what I'm going to
Who's
get for my
Nigel?
appetizer. I'm going to get the Mustafa Bites from the Rocket Cafe, is it called?
Oh.
From behind Hyperspace Mountain, which is, hopefully they still do them, and it's an ongoing thing, but it's the like black jalapeno cheesy bites that look like chicken nuggets that have been burnt.
I think that is a really good shout, actually, because of all the things that I've seen snack-wise, that's one of the ones I'd really like to try.
Mm-hmm.
That would definitely get me in the mood.
Yep. Lucy finds them a bit too spicy.
She could have the chicken nuggets.
They're only
I
like
do.
a sort of a 2 out of 5 spice, to be honest.
I don't know about appetizers because I'm trying to think what I've had. When we go for sit-down meals, I'm pretty prone to just going straight to the mains.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking, what have I had in buffet restaurants that could be a good...
Kiva says Bella Notte garlic bread.
Oh.
Good idea.
Ooh. Now then.
And there was silence.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think why I haven't buffets. Oh, I know what I'd have. When you wait, appetizer or starter, sorry, or are they the same thing in this conversation?
They're the same thing.
Right.
I think mine's the same as you. The minute you said it, I thought of something, and I think you're going to say the same.
Do you think I am? I don't think you are. I would go for burrata at Manhattan because it was absolutely superb.
No, I wasn't going to say that. 'Cause I didn't know you had that. I was going to say the giant pretzel in Pim Kitchen again. I'm giving some love to Pim Kitchen today.
The giant pretzel was quite good, actually, wasn't it? Yeah, that was pretty good. But no, I'd definitely go with burrata. That was the best starter I had the whole time there. I think last time. Can we have a palate cleanser now? Can we go and have a pineapple whip as a palate cleanser?
Actually, I'm going to change my answer to a small portion of the pesto pasta from Billy Bob's.
Ooh.
Oh, pesto pasta at Billy Bob's.
Anybody fancying a little tub of laughing cow with vegetables in it?
Oh.
No.
It's a good idea. But no.
Oh, thanks. I hate it.
No, thank you.
Um,
Ooh, no thanks.
right, so we're on to mains now. The beef, so to speak. What's your main?
I feel really bad right now because I'm not going to eat anything at Jack's, but in terms of atmosphere, that's where I'd want to be. So the rum that was brought up before, we have to go and have a drink afterwards.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the after?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think so.
See, I'm being very, very boring because my first thought went straight back to Pim Kitchen. Because the jambalaya was amazing. But I've already been there twice.
I'm going to the Silver Spur for steak because it was really good.
Oh, I'm coming with you. Now, I've never been to Silver Spur, but I do love a good steak. And that is kind of on my bucket list to go to Silver Spur because you just talked about how fantastic it was.
You're going to hate it, I bet.
No!
Yeah, Silver Spur for steak. That's where I'm going.
I'm just going to get a hot dog from Chateau de la Marionette.
Can I say, before you started to speak then, I was going to say, if not that, then I'd probably just get a hot dog.
It's
Yeah.
not a hot dog, is it? It's
I
a
want
brat.
the hella curry sauce.
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst. Currywurst. Would you get-
Currywurst, yeah.
Did you get a currywurst?
Yes.
Ooh! Now we're on about that, though. One of the best things I've ever had in my mouth at Disneyland Paris was the gammon pretzel sandwich.
See what I was saying earlier about worse things and what we've said.
Nothing. I had like a gammon sandwich in pretzel bread with mustard sauce on it from Chateau de la Marionette, and it was kind of, you know, when you make sound effects as you eat and you roll your eyes around like something's happening. It was that. It was good.
Oh, Mark just said roast chicken dinner and Waltz was sublime according to me, Julie. I have to say, the chili con carne with the little slices of steak was just amazing. Oh, that was really good. I want to take me back there.
Take
right
me
now.
back. John says Maine would be downtown for me. Absolutely loved it. Katia says Earl of Sandwich.
Yeah, downtown was
Did have a
great.
good Earl of Sandwich.
Yeah, Lucie doesn't talk about that, do you?
Made her sick.
I had one really, really nice sandwich from Earl of Sandwich. Then the second sandwich I ever had from Earl of Sandwich made me throw up all night, and then we haven't had any since, I don't think.
Miriam says Cowboy Cookout meat for me. I think I'm there as well.
It's too much meat.
But
It's
hang on a
too
second.
much meat.
Hugh, where have we said that we would go straight away if we were going somewhere to eat? So how can we discount going to
Cafe
Cafe
Agrabah.
Agrabah?
Well, it's shut, but
Yeah,
you
but
can
nothing's
go.
shut. We said.
Oh, okay,
We
okay.
said nothing is shut. That
I
was the
take it back.
discussion.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, I
I'm doing
think
that.
I am as well now.
Yeah.
That's my fourth choice now, but that's what I'm doing.
Are we sure
yes.
no one wants the lasagna from Colonel Hathie's?
Oh, I think we need to go to Waltz if we go, Huey,
Mm-hmm.
and downtown. And I've just realised that it's already too late to be getting reservations for these kind of places. Isn't
Yes,
it?
we missed it during this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Agrabah.
Sad.
Desserts.
Desserts.
Well, you know what I'm getting for dessert?
I don't.
It's the pineapple whip, baby.
Oh, okay.
The pineapple whip float.
I've already had one as a palate cleanser. So
You did, didn't you?
I think I want to go and have the magnums where they dip the chocolate for you because it just looks like a nice experience. I think it's kind of cool and you can eat it as you're walking about and all the bits will fall off while you're eating it and stuff and go all over the place and leave little bits of magic on the floors.
We should get that boost bar from
Oh yes,
Hollywood Studios.
I would actually love to do
Sorry,
that again.
we
just
haven't
to go
got
through that same
time.
Walt
experience.
Disney,
We haven't got
Walt Disney
time.
Studios, sorry.
We
We haven't got time. We haven't got time.
I would get.
Lemon fudge from Boardwalk Candy Palace.
I once had,
Says Kiva.
when it was open, a little lemon meringue sort of oblong tart with thing during the Frozen season from a stand in Walt Disney Studios Park. Now, because you're saying everything's open, I fancy my chances. But usually I wouldn't count on that. But yeah, a little lemon meringue tart was very nice.
Pineapple upside down cake at Waltz was just superb again. Absolutely brilliant. So that's a potential, I think. I'm trying to think what's the pineapple dessert they have at Captain Jack's? So I'm sure I had something with pineapple there.
Oh, was it like a tres
was it-
leche thing?
It was it was roasted pineapple, wasn't it? It roasted pineapple with like a with ice cream or a sorbet, something like that. It was very nice as well.
And a good rice pudding there with. Did it have mango on it? Probably did.
But do you know what? What desserty thing I have every time I go, and that's a Darth Vader waffle with Nutella from Cool Stop.
Can't go wrong
I
with
could
the
just
Darth
do
Vader
that.
waffle.
Thing about that is though, you could have that at home, couldn't you?
You could,
That's the kind of thing.
but
you
it just
can
hits
make at
better in
home.
Disneyland Paris.
I
you
guess
know.
so.
There are some nice
Ooh.
ice creams about there as well, aren't there?
Victoria's for desserts. They do good milkshakes.
Yeah.
And they can be.
The little place down by the Curious Labyrinth does some pretty interesting ice creams as well, doesn't it?
They do. I like chocolate based things, and they often kind of do fruity things.
Yeah, that's
with,
true. Yeah, I'm fruit all the way, man. No chocolate for me.
I'm a chocolater.
Oh no.
Yay. Right, so we're on to the final thing then. Are we all going to Captain Jack's for rum?
Well, I think we'll swing by Captain Jack's for rum and then go and have a champagne on Main Street while we watch the illuminations.
Kira's got this same tiki mug that I've got from
Nice.
the OG Disney park.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Pineapple shortbread. Thank you, Kira. That's what it is. A pineapple shortbread thing. That's what it is. At Captain Jack's.
Pineapple shortbread thing.
Yep.
Excellent.
Official title.
That was a fun little chat, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like chats like that. We should do more of that when we have time.
What's the worst you could get? Like a Magnum from one of those like pop-up stands.
Well, obviously the Laughing Cow stuff with the vegetables is definitely
a
one of them.
Casey's hot dog. Sorry, I'm going to say it. A Casey's hot dog.
Oh,
Boring.
with the onions on it, but those crispy onions, but they obviously go a little bit soggy as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Yoda ice
You get no
cream.
crunch.
Oh, the sad Yoda ice cream.
Yeah, that'd be good. What else?
Oh, they're trying.
Do you know what?
Where's the
It's all
Mjolnir
good.
of failure?
I don't know.
I've lost it.
Mjolnir of
well,
failure.
neither me or Chris can have it because neither of us can
We
lift
can't
it.
lift it now.
I'll summon it after the show. It'll just leap into my hand.
Are you trying to tell me that it's time for us to finish?
But yeah, it's time to go.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us today,
Is
guys.
that it? We're going just like that.
Just like that. I haven't pressed the button yet, so
I've been Lucy. These have been the boys.
I've pressed it now.
Bye-bye.
see you later.
Bye.